We're making a movie. We're making a good movie.
Open it. Mark will hold that. Nice little pad up there. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, how you doing? Long time.
Yeah, no offense, I was hoping for longer. I play Eenie Meanie, and we kind of pick up her story. She's decided to leave her more criminal life behind and trying to get on the straight and narrow and go to school and get a job and try to distance herself from a somewhat toxic relationship.
Now's the fun part.
But this is fun. I can do it with my eyes closed.
And sometimes she does. Some characters describe me as unreliable, unintelligent, a bit of a self-destructive mess. But I think that, I have a big old soft spot for Edie, and desperately want to live a better life with her and start a family and ride off into the sunset with the best drivers in the business.
Carl Glusman has a unique optimism about him, an innate optimism, as well as a comedic timing that is innate. So the marriage of the two, and her grounded emotional integrity of the role, combined with his eternal optimism and comedic timing, has been brilliant. The scenes with the two of them have all been magical, and we're thrilled about the relationship.
I'm about to plummet, but not to my death.
Watching this train wreck, you just know it's not gonna, you meet some people who just crash and burn, or just hear people or know people who just crash and burn. Like that's what Carl brings to John, and he's taking it to such a different level.
So one is from up here, and one is from up here.
Let's do the one up there. You did the last one down there, right?
You got that one.
Yeah.
Still declining. My character is, he's a guy who's, he's operating. He has a business, but he's also operating on both sides of the law. So that, in the essence of that, and Mike's character, who's my cohort, there's an edge to those characters, and of course Sam's character and Carl. We're not working in banks, These for everyone. Hey! Did I offer you some candy? No, I did not, did I?
Oh, it's right here, Nick.
Sean wrote an incredible script, and I think the tone is all over the place in the best way. And those are my favorite kinds of movies, where it's not married to one tone or another. It's kind of got a David O. Russell feel to it, where it toes the line between an action movie, a love story, a real drama. There's a lot of funny moments in it.
But if you wanted a take tomorrow where I do say it's sincerely, we need to establish
That's good to think about. That is a good thing.
You guys are over there.
At the end of the day, you got to trust your director, and I fully trust Sean. He's much funnier than I am, but he also creates this really wonderful space to play. And, you know, I can show up to set and I can pitch him an idea, like I'll have a little, you know, I got a little bit I thought I could do with this line, you know, or I thought I could kind of do this funny thing, and he'll say, show me. I call her mother. I try to do it like carry your grain. Mother. We go mom.
It's the casino. So if you want to like point to that and say like that's high casualty rate, exactly. You understand. You get me.
Well, I mean, I think about what Sean says, that he's more interested in seeing people talk than anything else. You know, what are we talking about? What are the relationships? You know? That, you know, the narrative or the plot is just a device to get people talking, you know, getting people together and dealing with things. And I think those are the kind of things. Yes, of course, you know, a car chase is very important and all that, but at the end of the day, what's the resonance in a movie has to do more about the relationships and the behavior between those people, what is said, and the reactions between them, that you go home and go like, yeah, that car. Remember that scene where they talk about it, and what, you know, and that's kind of like what I take away from movies.
We're making a movie.
That's loose.
Grateful for what?
For leaving you with the bulk of the competition.
The competition.
Yeah, not for a while now. Thought you'd be grateful.
It's been pretty good working with Sam and Carl. Two real professional individuals who, you know, I could pull to the side on the downtime and holler at them and get, you know what I mean, some ism based off of, you know, how this thing come together and how it actually works.
You're never gonna need it, right? My own philosophy on this is that too few pictures are produced with a singular voice in this day and age, right? So what it brings directly to actors, to department heads, is a story itself, a clear depiction of that story, but a much more clear depiction of the backstory that we know is accurate, that we know is not convoluted through 3 or 4 different writers. So it's helped us all tell this amazing script in a granular way that we think will be exceptional.
3, 2, 1. You can't have just action without the heart, because we don't care. You can't have all the funny without some of the serious, because then it won't pop in the same way. And Sean has this amazing ability to sort of thread the needle between these different musical notes, emotional notes. And so we'll have an action scene or a chase, but but just the way in which we end up in that scenario, or what our characters are wearing and not wearing, will make it funny.
Being able to get a car up to that type of, you know what I mean, top speed and still have control over it, it's like a pretty good feeling.
The practical nature of how we mounted the car chase sequences started with us interviewing coordinators, stunt coordinator with car background, right? Fortunately, we found Paul Jennings, and Sean and Paul worked tirelessly figuring out an approach to pull it off practically.